Now let us take up the second story. The second story is We Too Are Human Beings, written by Bama, a South Indian writer. When she was very small in class 3, she experienced discrimination against her community, against her caste, because she belonged to the caste of untouchables. Now Bama used to study in the school, and it was in class 3 when she had this experience. So the distance between her school and her home was just 10 minutes. It would take only 10 minutes to cover up this distance. In the morning she would go, but while coming back from school, she used to take half an hour to 1 hour in reaching home, because that 10 minutes distance she covered in half an hour or 1 hour, because on the way she used to see a lot of things, lot of shops, the bazaar, the market, everything she used to see. She was a very keen observer, fond of looking at everything. So she used to see, have a lot of fun. She watched all the fun going on the way. She used to see the games taking place, children playing, or she used to see the monkey show, a man with a snake charmer, people selling small things. She used to see the shops in the bazaar, sweet shops and the coffee shops, so many other things she used to see. She used to see sometimes the leaders making long speeches to some people who would be gathered in front of them. Then she would see a man who was cycling, who was paddling, who was cycling for 3 days in continuation, only to make a record, and the people would pin up 10 rupees notes, 10 rupee notes on his shirt as encouragement. So she used to see all these things on her way back home. Now one day while she was walking back home, she saw a very strange thing, a very strange incident, a strange sight rather. She saw a very strange sight. An elder man of their caste, that is, she was an untouchable, so another elder man of their caste she saw, and he was carrying a packet, some packet with something to eat. So he was carrying that packet, but in a very strange manner. He was not carrying it by holding it in his hands, rather he was carrying it with the help of a string, not touching it. So she was feeling very strange how this elder man, he is such a big man and carrying the food packet like this, and she guessed that this packet contained some vadais or banana bhaji, because it was all oily, it was soiled, oil on all sides. So, but her only worry was that it would fall the way he was carrying. And then she saw this elder man, he carried this package with the help of the string, and he went to the landlord who was sitting over there on a stone edge on a higher place, and in front of him these men of her caste, they were working, threshing of the crops was going on, and the landlord was watching the proceedings. He was supervising them working, and he was sitting over there. And this elder man who was carrying the food packet, he went to the landlord, he handed over the packet in this manner to him, bowing very low like a slave, and then the landlord, he took the packet, opened it up, started eating it. She said, I felt like laughing. I laughed and laughed. I was doubled with laughter, because I felt such a big man, how he is carrying the food, such a funny manner. She felt it was so funny. Why this elder man was carrying the food in such a funny manner? She laughed and she went home. And in the evening, her brother was a mature person. He was an educated boy who had gone out of the village to city for studies, and now he had come back. While he was walking in the street in front of the landlord's house, the landlord's men saw that he was a new person in the village, so two of them came close to him. One of them asked, what is your name? And he told his name, because he looked like a very decent person, an educated one. And the other person asked him, which street do you belong to? Why did he ask the name of the street? He said, what is the name of your street? Because if he would tell them the name of the street, they will come to know whether he is an untouchable or not. So, this Anna, he had come from the city, he was educated, he was a very understanding boy, mature boy. So, he explained to the author, Bama, when she was laughing, she said how strange this elder man was carrying the food in such a funny manner. Anna, that is her brother, told her that there is nothing to laugh because we are untouchables, and that elder man was also an untouchable, and he was carrying that food for the landlord and he was not supposed to touch it because he was an untouchable. So that is why he was carrying with the help of the string. And then she got angry, she was agitated. Now she realized that this was not the right thing. Now she realized that this was discrimination, and she got agitated. She said, what do these people think themselves if they have gathered some money? They are upper caste people, but what do they think? We people are supposed to work for them, take our wages, and it's all. Why should we do those other petty errands for them? Why should we get these things like bringing the food for them, which they don't want us to touch? Now she said, I felt like taking that packet, touching it, opening it, and then she said, she got so agitated. Now the brother told her, he says that, now the only way is that you study hard and you come first, and then prove yourself, then you will have many friends. Only this is the way to get rid of this discrimination. So what did Mama do after that? She worked on her brother's advice. She studied hard. In a frenzy means in agitation. She wanted to prove herself now. So she studied hard, she stood first, and after that she had many friends. That is, she got respect from the others. So in this way she was able to be successful in her attempt. She succeeded. Now let us discuss the question answers of the two stories. First we will take up short answer questions, 30-40 words. Question number 1. What kind of a girl was Zitkala Sa, and what kind of a girl was Bama? What kind of a girl was Zitkala Sa? Zitkala Sa was a Native American Indian studying in a Christian school. And she loves freedom. She doesn't want any restrictions. She doesn't like to be in that school. Her mother had put her in the boarding school, and she said she had lost her freedom. There was nobody to console her, and she did not like the discrimination against the Indian students, the Indian girls. So she was agitated. And she did not want to get her hair cut because for the Indian girls the long hair were not supposed to be worn, so her long hair were to be cut. She tried to resist, she tried to protest. Then she did not like that eating by formula. She said, I didn't like that. So it means she liked freedom. She was very restless, uncomfortable in that boarding school, and she had a lot of bitter experiences. Now what kind of a girl was Bama? Bama belonged to the caste of untouchables, and she used to study in class 3, and she was a very keen observer. While coming back from school, she used to take a lot of time in reaching home. 10 minutes distance she would cover in half an hour or 1 hour, or 1 hour or 1.5 hours. And she used to see everything on the way, whatever was happening on the way. So she was a keen observer, fond of watching things. And she also was against discrimination. She was against discrimination against her caste. When she came to know that the elder man was carrying the food packet in the strange manner with the help of strings only because of untouchability, her brother told her this, she felt very sad, she felt angry, she got agitated, but she worked on her brother's advice, studied hard, stood first, and became successful. She won many friends. Now question number 2. First story. How did Zitkala Sa behave at the dining hall? At the dining hall there was a formula. Eating by formula. That is the way she interprets it. That is, when they entered the dining hall, all students would stand behind the chairs and a small bell would be tapped. All would take out the chairs. At the second bell, they would sit, and then there were prayers. And at the third bell, they would start eating. This is what she says, eating by formula, but she did not like it. She felt very embarrassed. And when all started eating at the third bell, she started crying. Why was Zid Kalas against having short hair? Because in their community, short hair were worn by the mourners. Mourners means those who are mourning at the death of somebody. Some mishappening or some death takes place in the family, so they have their hair short. And the shingle hair were worn by the cowards. The soldiers who were cowards, they were made to wear shingle hair. So she said, I will not get my hair cut because in our community it is not good. So she protested against that. What two tough ordeals did she face on the first day? Zid Kalas faced two tough ordeals on the very first day, that is in the morning in the dining hall, eating by formula. She did not like that and she felt embarrassed. She started crying, and the second thing that happened was cutting off her long hair. Now question number 5, explain. Now I was only one of many little animals driven by a herder. Who said these words? Zid Kalasa, after her long hair were cut by the school authorities. She felt as if she had lost her spirit. She had to surrender. She said, I became one animal in the herd driven by a herder. That is, I was one animal in the herd. Herd means what? A group of cattle. Right? So she said, I was just like one animal in that herd, driven by a herder. And I felt I had to go as the other students, Indian girls. So she also had to follow the same dress code. So she said, I was like a little animal driven by a herder. That is, who is the herder? The shepherd, the school authorities. And the herd of animals, all the Indian students. So she became one of them now. Next question is from the second story. We have already done this. What kind of a girl was Bama? Next is, why did Bama take a long time to reach back her home from school? Because while she was coming back home, she used to see a lot of things on the way. The bazaar scene, the marketplace, so many things happening in the market, the snake charmer showing the snake to the people, the monkey show, or she would see the fruit shops, the coffee shop, sweet shops. She used to see some leader making long speeches to the people. She would see a cyclist doing cycling continuously for 3 days. So all these things would tempt her and she would watch everything. She would have fun out of watching them. So she took a long time. Next question is, describe the Indian bazaar scene as seen by Bama. I just explained that in the bazaar so many things happening. All those things to be explained. She used to see the snake charmer, she used to see the monkey shows, there were sweet shops, fruit shops, coffee shops, so many other things happening. The cyclist continuously cycling for 3 days, the leaders making speeches to the people, and so many things. And during these days, only one of these days, she saw an elder man carrying a food packet in a strange manner. So she used to see everything happening on the way. Question 4. What strange thing did she notice? One day, I just told you, she saw an elder man of their caste, that is an untouchable, carrying a food packet in a very strange manner with the help of a string. And he went to the zamindar, landlord, and he gave him this food packet, bowing very low. And the zamindar then opened up the packet, started eating. So she saw this sight, she felt very strange, she laughed and laughed. How strange, this elder man is carrying the food. But then she came to know that it was because he was an untouchable. When she came to know the reason, she became very agitated. Question number 5. What advice did Annam, her brother, give to Bama? And how did it affect her? What was the advice given by her brother? that we are untouchables. That is why these upper caste people behave like that with us. But we can get rid of it, we can come out of it only if we study hard and we prove ourselves. Then we will have many friends. So what did she do? She worked on her brother's advice, studied hard, stood first, and then she had many friends. So she was successful in her attempt against discrimination. Now the long answer question. First question is, how are Zitkala and Bama sisters in suffering? We have to elaborate on the theme that both of them experience discrimination against their communities, against their race, against their community, and both of them were very small. They experienced this in their childhood only. Both of them protested. Both of them were against discrimination. So they are both sisters in suffering. Suffering is discrimination. Sisters means similar behavior, similar experience, right? So how are they different? Because both of them protested. Zitkala Saab protested. She tried to avoid the cutting of her long hair, but she failed. She could not be successful in her attempt, so she had to surrender. She could not come out of it. But on the other hand, Bama, she worked hard, she studied hard, she stood first, she worked on her brother's advice, and she won many friends. So she was successful in her attempt. So that is the difference. Next is elaborate on the theme of the story. The same answer. The theme of the story is discrimination against the community or against somebody's race. Here we can talk of both the stories. That in the first story there is discrimination against race, Zitkala Saab's story. Then in the second story, Bama, discrimination against untouchability. Both of them experienced that. Both of them were children, but even when even a child notices discrimination. So that is what these two women writers also noticed. So we can say the theme of the lesson is discrimination. Discrimination against one's race or community.